consecrated nation. Oh, Fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Spilling of blood will count our privilege. The which embodies the free shall always be of God.
All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. IPOB one family. Please, comrade, can someone indicate that I'm coming out loud and clear before we continue? I need somebody to confirm that I'm coming out loud and clear before we continue. Thanks very much, the host. Good evening, good night, good morning, and good afternoon from wherever you're joining us, wonderful people of Biafra. You are all welcome to Biafran Twitter space. May Chukwu Kabiama bless each and every one of you. My name remains Mazi Chukwuemeka Anyoro Okafor. Mazi Okafor is from Aniocha province in Biafra land and served the indigenous people of Biafra as the coordinator in the northern part of Germany, and I based in Bremen. May Okike be your strength wherever you're joining us. Lovers of freedom from all over the world, invite your friends, your well-wishers, even your enemies. Don't deny them the opportunity to be part of this interactive session this evening, because we have a lot. We have a lot of program. We have a lot of discussion. We have a lot of things to strategize on, and we have a lot of tasks to execute. So invite everyone you can to be part of the discussion today. We cannot leave the floor for the enemies to tell our story. Nobody can change the narrative in these 21 centuries, because our leader taught us that we have to say our story the way it is, the bitter truth, undiluted truth, whiter than white and whiter than snow. Before we continue, may I remember our eternal leader, Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, a man that sacrificed everything possible, all his father's wealth, a man that sacrificed all he could to make sure that people like me and you have the opportunity today to fight for our freedom. How could we forget our spiritual leader, our supreme leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ọhamadike ndị Igbo, a man that was brutally kidnapped in Kenya and rendition to the contraption called Zoo, Nigeria, and was discharged, acquitted by the appeal court of that contraption called Zoo, Nigeria since 13th of October 2022. Comrades, since going to 4 months, our leader have been officially illegal detained in the DSS dungeon, not in prison, but in the DSS dungeon. We know that he was poisoned some weeks ago, and we are putting the world communities, the international communities, those that cares, we are putting them, we are giving them time. We've given them enough time to react. We put them on notice. We've informed them. Everybody knew what is going on. What we cannot tolerate is that anything should happen to our leader. Sorry will be the name of that contraption called Zoo, Nigeria. Before we continue, I want to thank the gallant men, our ESN, the Eastern Security Network, the men that sacrifice everything possible, morning, afternoon, night, under the sun, under the rain, under the wind, no matter the men that have forsaken their family for the sake of me and you. These men are sitting in this, have been sitting in this trench since more than 2 years right now, defending our ancestral heritage to make sure that we are not overrun by the Fulani Janjaweed, the hegemony, the terrorists from Sahel that have sworn to dip the Quran into Atlantic Ocean. These men are doing everything possible to make sure that it doesn't happen. For the sake of these men, our people are not hungry today. Our people have food stuff to feed themselves. We thank them and we say, may Elohim continue to be their strength, more especially in this time of tribulation, in this time of confusion, chaos, where the country know where is heading to. We still don't have to forget the doors are wise. Those men that keep warning us, that keep giving us expo, those men that our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, handed over this struggle to in case if anything happens to him. The OD Mazi became a man filled with patience and wisdom. We say thank you for all your patience. We thank you for your wisdom and leadership. The dust, those men that told us some months ago, because like as you all know, our leader prophet that time come when you will go to the bank and we seize your money, we have no access to your money. This prophecy was made 17th of August 2021. But just like as our people are being so deaf and dumb the way they used to, like black people are, they are quick to forget, and most of them have forgotten what our leader said then. But now, this prophecy has come to pass in our eyes. But the most painful of this particular prophecy is that the dust, the men that were handed this monster EOB, the structure to hand, they were on radio. Our able-head DOS, Mazi Doziem, was on Radio Biafra some months back, telling our people, change your way to national currency, because we have the map plan. We know what these people want to do. We keep telling you, IPOB, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in his absence, under the leadership of the DOS, headed by Chike Doziem, we have a blueprint that our leader handed down over to us. We know where this, if this, before they open their mouth, we know where they are going to. And that's why 6 months ago, the HDOS was on the radio telling and change your currencies. Make sure that your wealth, you transform them to international currencies, because the Naira will be useless and very soon they will make a mess out of it. And it's happening now. Most of you like to be caught off guard. Most of our people, because they are deaf, because they are ignorant, because they are gullible, they fail to come under the umbrella that was ordained by Chukwuemeka Abbiama and handed over to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a structure that was perfect, that can never be destroyed in the coming 1,000 years. People does not know the value of that structure. And that's why they keep their mind underrating. But most of them will perish out of ignorance and out of gullible. A lot of things are transforming in that contraption too. But before we continue, we must not forget to thank the host for providing a platform for us to be able to strategize and execute. Comrades, this program today usually is a 1-hour program. So if you have interest to talk, please indicate, and as time goes, I'm going to call you and you will get your 3 minutes to address and share your one view with lovers of freedom from our orbit. May continue to be your strength. Like as you all have seen, the terrorist note, the Nigerian note, the Naira note is scarce. The government have seized it and refused to release it to people. They are seizing people wet. But the funniest part of it, their comrade, the terrorists from Sahel, Sheikh brother, they have enough of these notes with them. They are not ashamed. They are not hiding. They are showing it for. I don't know what to call those. Our leader, he will say that he doesn't know what is wrong with the of black people. The population in Nigeria could see that the terrorists have these notes already. Nobody is asking. Nobody is wondering why. Nobody is going mad. Nobody is going crazy. An average mind of Nigerian have been condemned to nothing. Their frontal rope, they cannot think. In every other society, even I don't want to go far. In most African countries, you will see people on the streets to make sure this terrorist government vacates their place. But in contrast to Nigeria, all they focus on are people fighting to make sure that life is better for them. Those that have sworn to make sure that the British company, the Royal Niger Company, that is called the Nigeria, that is destroyed and that it hates and that it falls to pieces. These are the people that the ordinary gullible citizens are fighting. Our Dumas, a man that was brutally kidnapped in Kenya to that contraption called Zoo. What is this crime? I'm asking, what is the crime of our leader? All he wanted was the goodwill of Nigerians. Those people that they call nigger area, nigger area. All he wanted is that the indigenous population that are trapped in that nigger area, that they regain their freedom. That they have the freedom to enjoy free water supply. That they have the freedom to enjoy free water supply. That they have the freedom to enjoy how they want to live. That they have the freedom to rule themselves the way they want. That they have the freedom that they should attend and have free education. This was the crime of our leader. That's why the gullible ones are joining with the politicians because of the crime falling out of the table. Sabotage. They keep sabotaging every effort to free the indigenous population that are trapped in that contraption called Nigeria. But by the grace of Elohim, all plans shall fail. All their plans shall fail. They have failed, and all their plans failed before they even started. I thank each and every one of you for taking our time to join us today. Before I continue, I must recognize the presence of my comrade. I want to thank to Mazi Van. Mazi Van, welcome. Before you continue, comrade, Mazi Marvin, you are welcome here to heeding the call. Mazi Kanu be sent in to you, and every comrade that heed the call today. We have to make sure that we say the way. We have to make sure that nobody changes the narrative. We have to make sure that we tell our story the leader wants us to say it. Down to the tone of the Janjaweed, uncompromised remains our key. So please, when somebody have the mic, everybody give him the agency. Mazi Vance, the mic is yours, please.
Yeah, Mazi, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Mazi. You are always on point. I welcome our listeners. I thank the host, the co-host, which is yourself, and all the well-wishers of Biafra Freedom Project and the lovers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the DOS, which are wise. Mazi, you see, according to today's topic, because we have to always go straight to, because according to Igbo language, also even nwatakịrị na-arụ aka na-ebe akwa na-arụ aka there. If the mother is not there, the father is there. I have to translate. If you see a child crying, pointing at a particular spot, check very well. If the father is not there, the mother will be there. That is the reason why IPOB, we are not crying because we have cried enough, because they have killed us enough. They have done everything they're supposed to do to pull IPOB down, but IPOB, like Mazi Chinasangoru said, the IPOB, they are monsters. The more you look, is the less you see in IPOB, and the higher they go. We have been shouting it. We've been saying it. Obey court order, Malami. That is the country where I see an appointee refusing to release somebody the court approved that they should be released and acquitted. And an appointee, Malami, an appointee. And the elected president, the so-called elected president is there. In Nigeria is where you see yesterday will be better than today. Yesterday is always better than today in Nigeria, in that country. Yesterday in Nigeria is better than today. Check from the time you were born till now, your yesterday is better than today. That is to say, which way Nigeria? IPOB, we've been shouting this all this while. Obey court order. Obey court order. And they have been keeping him there, giving him whatever they like, trying to do their wish, which is not God's wish, systematically, for him to eat whatever they are concocting. And now they have succeeded in poisoning part of his system. And we are saying, if they say that they are not what we are saying they have done to him, let them release that man and he will go a professional medical checkup to ascertain what is going on before they will even release it to IPOB. If not, we will not say what is going to happen, because nothing is going to happen as they think. Because if we say now, they will say IPOB said they will do this, they will not do that. You see, now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a family affair thing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a friendship or affair thing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the property of IPOB worldwide. And we cherish him, and we don't want anything to jeopardize his health. That's why we are saying and shouting for the world to hear our voice and tell Nigerian government as fast as before their election even to do the needful. If not, a child who say his father and mother will not sleep will never sleep. That is what I want to tell them. They are now using Naira to buy Naira. Mazi, this is politically motivated because they want to use this Naira scarcity to do election. A country where the welfare of the citizens, the wealth of the citizens is also used, they want to use it for political gains. So if they give you 1,000 Naira now, you can go and vote for whosoever. They want to use this Naira scarcity as a joker. Whosoever that they want to select. So if you don't have the money, your party don't have the money, and they're bringing this money scarcity right now, it will be a very big joker for those of them that packed money in different houses in different parts of the world, in different parts of the country. Now, you see there is a particular man that has been hiding. You don't normally hear his voice, but he's contesting for presidency in that Nigeria. We've been hearing about Tinubu. We've been seeing Nollywood actor, Obi. We've been seeing, where is his name? Jagaban. Wanted to go, and he wants to rule. There is a particular evil spirit that is fooling people and the north. They are hiding his voice. Sometimes he comes out. Sometimes he doesn't. You don't hear his voice. This is the man they want to give that presidency. Today is 5th of February. People listening here today should mark this program and the day today. Because there is an audio, if you can remember, there is a leaked audio that said that an Hausa said that a Fulani man, a next president of Nigeria will not be from APC, will not be from PDP, it will be from another party. And you are seeing it now. Kwankwaso refused to align either from APC or PDP. He said to be alone, and he has a very strong hold in Kanu and in northern area. They will give it to Kwankwaso. While we are looking for Obi, Atiku, and Tinubu, they will sneakily give it to Kwankwaso. Then Kwankwaso will finish the remaining the dead Buhari, which we know somebody masquerading as him. He will not finish Nigeria. So we are still saying what you are saying. IPOB, according to the DOS, we have nothing to do with Nigerian election. We keep mute. If you let go and vote, if you let them go and vote. But our own concern is for them to release our leader Nnamdi Kanu and give us the date for our referendum, so that the international laws guiding freedom and whatever will be defended and will be obeyed. So IPOB continue to stand where we stood for a long time, that we need our referendum. They should obey their court order, release Nnamdi Kanu, and do whatever they want to do. Because you can't trample upon my freedom and you want me to keep quiet. And if I say something, you go and tell the international community, oh, we are terrorists. They should tag us terrorists. We have gone to a particular place where nobody will make us to go back. We can't go back now. Ahead is what IPOB is. Mazi, I stand by from here. Ndewo.
Ndewo, Mazi Mechukwu Kabiama. See, as protests continue in Ibadan because of this of the zoo called Naira, people dying. If the indigenous population in that called zoo are wise, if they are serious, they should start from there, make it more nice, expand it, look for a way to pull that chain out of their neck. You see, this Janjaweed, full of these cabals, they are making one plan after the other. They are looking for every possible mean to point out us. Their latest plan is to see how to assassinate Atiku. Whenever he comes is, then they can tell their people, you see, they've killed our presidential candidate, so that the hell will let loose. And at the end of the day, the cabals parading themselves as they go, we come and say there is no election. They will blame IPOB. They will start for it. But we want to use this opportunity to remind them, God have mercy if anything happens to our leader. We are not going. We are not these useless people that call themselves autopilot or so. I had that way. We are not that distant. We have a blueprint that our leader dropped us. So if anything happens to our leader, we're only going to say, Lord have mercy on the poor souls of anybody that are involved in current charade corporate, because there will be no protection or reaction. Only Elohim can testify what the action of IPOB, and Elohim knows how it's going to be. But we are not going to say anything. We are just putting every concerned citizen of this, because on the 1st of February, the hike in December, NATO DSS again. Let our leader go and have medication. Let him be examined by a medical doctor. Somebody that will examine his body, his system, and know exactly what kind of poison he's having in the body that is making whatever he eats come out after he lies down. Today is the 5th of February. That order again have not been obeyed. We are watching and we are. and we are preparing. We are not stupid. It's enough. So if you take in our silence, Lord have mercy on your soul. Because when the rain start falling, there will be no shelter for anybody in that contraption called zoo. That is just the fact about it. That is the reality. If America like bring this warship they brought recently, they can go and bring more. We don't give a damn about it. Because man that have nothing to lose, have nothing to fear. Yes. A people that have nothing to lose, people that are fighting for a just cause, have nothing to fear. We've conquered the death because our ancestors made us to understand that heaven is not there where the Catholics or the Christians or whatever is pointing that it is. They made us to understand that life is all about incarnation. It's all about reincarnation. So even if I pass out, I am one of those that died in Biafra. That is what they made us to understand. So if I pass away today, I will still come back tomorrow. And I will continue where I stop. Oh Biafrans, we shall see Biafra. We shall see our heritage and we shall never forget Biafra land. Be it against all odds. We shall do it impossible to make sure that the kingdom of Chukwukabiama is resting on this earth. Against all odds. Everybody is now remembering the prophecy of the indigenous population are crying. People are complaining. At the end of the day, justice must be to that man that didn't do anything. I was kidnapped in Kenya, in addition to that contraption called zoo. Holding our leader in that DSS dungeon. Europe will be destroyed in front of your eyes. Go and mark this statement today. Britain, if you like, react to citizen that is being detained in DSS dungeon. Don't react. The more our leader is inside there, watch Britain. They receive the big bomb in the Russia. That is the prophet our leader dropped. And it's going to come to pass against all odds. As is inside there and you, everybody turning blind eyes. That is the reality. Before I continue, I would like to hand the mic to Mazi Lion Man. Mazi Lion Man, Mazi Lion Man, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Mazi.
Okay, Mazi, please, 3 minutes is yours. The mic is yours. May okay, bless you. We know you, but for the new listeners, if you like, you can tell them your one more, your location. If you're in the control call zone, we don't have interest to know. May okay be your strength.
Amen. Mazi, good afternoon from here. I'm speaking to all Biafrans to the world from South America, Brazil precisely. My name remains Lion Man Leone, a Biafran activist and IPOB hardcore member. I thank you all for this particular program on Twitter because Twitter is the center of communication of the world. Let me go directly to the topic that is here already. For the issue of our leaders' health. Yes, of course. If there is any poison that our leader has been taking, yes, they have poisoned our leader. And I'm assuring the whole world that that action has a very disastrous consequence, which we will not allow any intimidation over whatever they may have done to him. Despite having a what I call in-house infiltrators that is collaborating with this particular conspiracy against our leader and against Biafrans all over the world, I want to assure this particular generation of Biafra that we have completely understand how the world function and what America and what Britain and the rest of Europe stand for. They are all deceivers. They are all evil. And we are fully ready to pay them in any measure they want it to be. For the health of our leader, one thing is assured: either they release our leader to us for proper medical checkup and treatment to see how we can sustain him for what he have already been eating, then, or they allow our leader anything to happen to him in their custody. Then we will let, for those who is complaining about the presence of worship from America that is already on ground. Let me tell you today, this is not the first time we have it in record how America will abandon all their war equipment and run away. They always run away. And they are going to run away again. In Africa, this time around, we'll make them run away and never to come back again in Africa. And that will be their end of their own riches, because everything they own today, everything they have achieved in their land today, come from Biafra land. At least they have extracted enough wealth from our land. And this time around, we are going to make them run and run forever and never to return to Africa again. And Africa will be free forever. That is for one. Then let me put mouth on the issue of the money, that is the scarcity of the naira. How they deceive the people to bring their money into bank, and they will seize the whole money which they brought into bank. Do you remember the Biafrans and the world? Remember the first attempt from this Fulani jihadist government when they wanted to conquer everybody and take the land of all the indigenous territories in Nigeria. First, the first attempt was they urged all the people, all the persons with firearms, compassion, and the other license acquirers to return their guns. That they don't want any individual to be in possession of any kind of gun in Nigeria. Then that attempt failed by the effort of what? IPOB. IPOB alerted the whole indigenous Nigeria that do not return your gun. They want to surround you. They want to use the terrorists, Boko Haram, and the rest of them to surround you and conquer you easily. That's why they're demanding so that they will not have any challenge in this particular mission. Then that attempt fell by the effort of IPOB. Now, this naira issue, now let me open the eyes of the world, what is going on. They did it so that you will return all the money you have in your possession to the bank. Then the Fulani will now come and pull the whole money out of those banks where you deposited it. Go and ask all the bank managers what happened. As you are depositing the old money, the bullion van is standby there, taking the money to CBN directly. All the bank managers will testify what I'm revealing today on public. They will come, take that money to CBN. Then they are not bringing the new naira note into that particular bank where you deposited your money. This is how they empty all the banks in Nigeria, and nobody know where they have taken the money to. Let me tell people something, what is going on. That read the Times. The election is at corner, which they know they are not going to hand over. So the only method they apply, by the advice of Tony Blair and the rest of the British government figures, they have advised them, if you want to conquer these people, take everything in their position so that you will be able to conquer them easily. Nigeria is set now to be conquered because they have taken all the money you have in your hand. Now you will not be able to run away from the crisis. You will be trapped down there. Then they will kill as many they want to kill. Now they will conquer everybody and Islamize everybody. But the people thought that they want to go and change their money. But my own greatest surprise is that they are using an Igbo man to achieve this end. This particular aim, they have used an Igbo man to achieve this thing very cheaply. In other way, to create more enmity with other race like Yoruba, Middle Belt, to create more enmity to the same Biafrans, Igbo. They use this man very cheaply. Now, go and ask the CBN governor if he has access to control the central bank money now. The man has no single access. He may be lying to you that he has access. They have put him in one corner. He has no single access. The person who is signing money now is late Muhammad Buhari's daughter. How come? Nobody knows how he got to that position. Secretly got to that position. So the money now is in control of the Funanis. It's not in control of this useless man that they use his name to achieve this particular Islamization agenda, which is an Igbo man. Now, what they want to do is that day election, you will go out there and cast your vote to P2B. Then they will announce another person to be the winner. Then you will want to come out and protest. Remember, you have no money with you to buy food and eat. Remember, you have no food in your house. Remember, you have no fuel. Remember, you have no means of transportation. Remember, you cannot cross border when the crisis happens. So you are already trapped. So that is a way of silencing you, of silencing them and making them to submit easily to the demand of Islamization. This is what they are. This is the plan on ground. And I said I will anchor program tomorrow for this particular plan and analyze this issue properly to all indigenous Nigeria for them to prepare and know how they can manage themselves to fight this fight. Fight is going to break out. There will be fight. They know that's why they take all the money you have in your position so that you cannot be able to buy food, you cannot be able to make any movement. All the cash you have will be trapped in your compound everywhere, no fuel. That's why they seize fuel. This thing is in collaboration with Britain and France. France is sponsoring these jihadists now. They are sponsoring them mightily. Now, I want to reveal to Biafra the money you see in the hands of terrorists displaying from the camera that everybody that is trading online now. Are you hearing me? Hello?
Mazi, continue. We are hearing you.
Okay. Now, the money you see being displayed by terrorists in the bush, that money was taken by the French ambassador's official vehicle to them. Now, the question you ask yourself, what is the French ambassador vehicle doing in CBN? Can any country in France, can any ambassador in France access the Central Bank of France? The answer is no. But you will now ask yourself, what is the French ambassador official vehicle doing in CBN? And they loaded money with it, and they transported that money into desert and go and handle over to the what do you call it, to the terrorists. And the money they handed over to them was 550 million naira. They only brought 10 million naira to show the world that they are in possession of this money. So which means those money that poor people contributed and returned to bank, the people who claim the ownership of Nigeria have taken your money to prove to you that you are a slave. You go nowhere, they will control you, and the time to control you is now. But we are going to, IPOB is going to surprise them. What IPOB will do, I will not say it on air. But we are not going to do anything. But what we are going to do, we put the world on shock. We are going to defeat any movement. Any movement of jihadists, we are going to defeat them, and the world will bow. The world will know that, yes, God on this earth uses this particular generation of Biafra to rescue those who worship, who serve him, who honor him. We are going to cripple France. We are going to cripple Britain. We are going to cripple America. Thank you, my brother.
Mazi, thank you. May Chukwu Kabiama continue to be your strength, and may Elohim continue to guide you and protect you all the time with good health and happiness. You always be there for us next week, 7 p.m. every Sunday, Biafran time. And still stay online because we have a lot of things that we can touch today. But before I continue, I have a of mine, a media warrior, Mazi Obunneme Osuchukwu. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, so one good evening.
Mazi, may Chukwu Kabiama bless you and may he be your strength. I'm happy you joined us today. And the lovers of freedom from all over the world and Biafrans are willing to hear the word of wisdom. You, Mike, is yours.
Ndị be anyị ekene m nọ nke onye chi ya zere. Daalụ rinne nwanne m for being thoughtful enough to create this forum. Biafra News, Biafra Twitter. Thank you also. Daalụ nọ na ịma na ndị Igbo si na gidigidi bụ ugwu eze. So anyụkọ mmamịrị ọnụ ọgbọ ụfụfụ. We have been Mazi was telling the mepenu Twitter account because ya bụ nwoke bụ onye mmụọ ọ nọ fụ ife ga-eme tata hopefully years ago. So ọ nwere any type of attack anyị nwa bụ ndị IPOB ndị Biafra na-efe esibe on Twitter and ọ nwere nke emelila anyị na ya ịghọtago maka a sị na oji ọfọ ga-ana anyị ji
Mazi, Mike, you're going to win so maybe I've been in one on it. I think the comrade had a problem with the speaker. Mazi, somewhere the good, and you can come back and you will get the mic back. Before then, let me hand the mic over to Mazi Osai Emeka. Mazi Osai Emeka, you are joining us for the first time. Can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Yes, Mazi, please, we will need your introduction. And you are in the contract called Zoo. Your location is not interesting. Your name will be out, but if you're not in the contraction called Zoo, you are welcome. Continue.
Okay, please, good evening, and lovers of freedom all over the world. Actually, my name is Mr. Felix Chukwuemeka. I'm in West Africa. I'm not in Zoo. And I'm happy to join this program once again. This is my first time of joining this program, and I really, really love it. And I want to encourage our brothers all over the world to continue pushing until we get to our final destination, which is Biafra, totally freedom. We, the Biafrans, we have been fighting not today, but we haven't gotten tired because so I want to use the opportunity to say thanks to Biafrans all over the world. And I want to use the opportunity to encourage we Biafra, we genuine Biafrans. Because in where we have gotten ourselves today is in a path of which we can't explain. You can imagine that where we Biafrans are, people like what they call Garuba Shehu and Co will be, intimidating us without no reason. So I want to use the opportunity to encourage Biafrans all over the world. Please, we shouldn't surrender. We shouldn't think of surrender. Not even surrender. We shouldn't think of it at all. Because whenever we did that, our generation to come will keep on suffering what we suffer today, which is very, very bad. Which is very, very bad. We need to do it once and for all, which our leader has already paved the way for us to do it. So I do not see anything that will set us back, because our leader have found a large ground for us to do it. So I do not see what it will take us that we cannot provide. You see, no matter how they did, no matter how they try so hard to intimidate us or to dominate us, they will surely try. But what will be the outcome? And the outcome is that they will never going to succeed. You see that they will never going to succeed. So I want to say thanks to IPOB worldwide, especially Mazi Chikedozim, especially China Sanguru, especially those who are genuine doing their work. I really, really appreciate it. I'm really, really happy to be part and participant of this family, especially Elo Chuku and the King and Omote Biafra and so on and so forth. I'm really, really enjoying this family, and I hope that at the end, like how our leader really, usually prophesy, that at the end of this struggle, at the end of this particular struggle, we will get our freedom. And I'm sure, our leader is a saint, Saint Nnamdi, and he was sent by God. It's not what he chose by doing by himself. He was sent by God, and whatever he said must come to pass. Whatever he said since ever I started listening to this, our leader is since 2012, which I have been monitoring all his prophecy, all of them have come to pass. None of them that I can say that it hasn't ever happened. All of them, Professor, all of them, exactly how he said it is exactly how it happened.
You are right, Mazi. What you said is the truth. And I thank you very much for your wonderful contribution with wisdom. But this program is for one. Sorry that maybe it might sound as if I'm cutting you, and I know you have a lot to contribute. And I pray you join us the coming week to come for. But I have so many guys waiting. I saw so many hands raised. So give them more opportunity, please.
Okay. Thanks to organizing this program also. I really appreciate it. Okay.
Thanks very much. Join us every time. May Elohim be your strength.
I'll try and do so. May him also be your strength. He say.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Mazi is having problem with his connection. I tried to add him as a speaker, and somehow it's not connecting. I'm still going to try. But till then, I'm going to hand the mic back to my comrade, Mazi Ikechukwu. Hold on. Mazi Ikechukwu, can you hear me? I will free your mic very soon. Mazi Osai Emeka, please. Can you hold on? Okay, yet now. Mazi Ikechukwu, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi.
Comrade, God bless you and may he be your strength. The mic is, you can continue.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to my brothers and sisters here, depending on where you are listening from. As you all know, my name is Mazi Ikechukwu, and I am speaking right from Biafra land. I didn't join the space on time because of this very cash problem. It has caused a lot of damage, especially to me this very week. It has caused a lot of damage to me. I've wasted a lot of money because of this scarcity of money in the Zoological Republic. But I believe that all is well. No matter what they do, we will all see the land of the holy and the holiest, which is Biafra. So I thank you all for joining us here. I thank everyone. I thank the speakers. I thank the host. Well, please, before I continue, please, I am begging on the main host Biafra Twitter, please, I demand that you please go in now and start blocking the autopilot chickens that are down there on your comments. They have come now to place misinformations to our people, which is what we will never allow. So please, and this is a very gigantic platform. This is a very gigantic platform, and we will never allow that to happen. So please, I would appreciate if you go down there and start, doing our normal.
Mazi, they came for distraction, and they won't get the attention.
Yes.
We have a project today to execute. So let's just continue on our projects. I see them and this thing. I just ignore most of them that try to come here to get the mic. They will never get the mic, because there we will let them know this is our platform, not their platform. These are people that cannot organize protests anywhere in this world. These are people that have not produced any. These are people sitting at the back of the flight trying to fly a plane. These are people without any sense of reasoning. So forget them, Mazi. Just tell us something interesting so that we can move on, because the time is not on our side. Melkike, bless you, please, Mazi.
Thank you, Mazi. So as I was saying, thank you, Biafrans, on the issue of our leaders' health. On the issue of our leaders' health, a lot of people has started speaking. They were asking me, the people that has interest here, they were asking me, hey, you said something about our leader being poisoned. Is it true? Is it true? Or why wouldn't it be on the internet? Why wouldn't it be on the news medias? And I replied to them, why would they place their what is it called? Their abomination on the news medias when they know the consequences of the calamity they are trying to commit by poisoning our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They know what they are putting their hands into. They know very well that if anything happens to our leader, that is the end, the absolute end of the existence of Nigeria. That is the absolute end. They know that very well. They know that very well. So they wouldn't dare. I believe they wouldn't dare. Our leader is suffering under this illegal incarceration. Our leader is he's suffering. So we will never relent. He is our eyes in this very movement. He is our eyes in this very movement. I believe everyone here knows how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu means to us. I believe everyone knows. And I believe everyone here knows what would happen if anything mistakenly happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I believe everyone knows. And I believe that everyone here wouldn't pray for that chance to come, because if at all it happens, oh dear me, sorry will be for those that are responsible for this. Sorry will be their names. And we must continue. We must continue to push media war against them. Our leader must be released. Our leader must be released. They have imposed this scarcity of naira notes so that our people may suffer, so that they can go on and thrive on their grand plan of rigging the 2023 election. Just as our brother here, Lion Man, has said, he absolutely said my mind. He absolutely said the mind of every wise man. He said the mind of every wise man. So we must continue. This ton of scarcity of naira has caused a lot of damage, and the people in the so-called zoo must understand this. But that is not our concern. Our concern now is the health of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the USA and the UK, including the French country, are trying their best to blackmail IPOB and blackmail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am raising this alarm to everyone here to know that they are trying to blackmail IPOB. They are now trying. I posted during one of my last posts, one of my last tweets. I saw some of you here have seen it, where a news media, an international news media, which they have already paid, carried a propaganda against IPOB concerning the coming 2023 selection that they called election. And that will never prevail. Their plans will never work. It will never work. We will continue to banter and we will continue to debunk all these lies. That is the reason why we have IPOB media warriors. So we will never back down, we will never relent. Don't you ever say that, okay, I saw this and I'll just keep quiet, it is meaningless. No, if you keep quiet, they will continue. They will continue to raise more propagandas against you. If you keep quiet, they continue to bring more lies and lies against you. If you keep quiet, they will think that, yes, you are now weak. They can now say anything they like. That is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu urged all Biafrans to be on Twitter, so that you can debunk all their lies. You can debunk all their propagandas. If you are not here, then you are making a lot of mistakes. If you are not here and doing the rightful thing, you are making a lot of mistakes. Let us continue now. Let us start now to debunk their lies, because the international medias are now here. They have put their hands in this fight. They have joined this fight against Biafra, against IPOB. And I know very well that IPOB always wins. We always win. No hand, no power, no organization, no government no matter who you are, you can never defeat IPOB. This is a divine movement. IPOB is a divine movement, and nothing can ever stop the restoration of Biafra by IPOB, ably led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I am saying that we must continue. This is my piece of advice to our brothers and sisters out there. We must continue, never relent. Continue now, begin now to debunk their lies. The international media are here to blackmail us. They are here to blackmail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they are here to blackmail IPOB at large. IPOB is a very big family. Oke osisi ka anyị bụ anaghị egbutu oke osisi easily. You can never. Anyị bụ oke osisi, heavily led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they will never succeed. They will never ever succeed. Thank you, Biafra.
Thank you, Mazi. May Chukwu Kabiama bless you. Mazi, you see, just like as you said, all their plans are always dead on arrival. It's just like their recent plan, where they try to call Emelife, the governor of Central Bank of the acting governor of Central Bank, the Godwin Emelife. They try to tag him an IPOB member or a sponsor of IPOB. All are useless. All these are jargon. All these are nonsense. No human being with good thinking faculty will give it up. So it's all a sign of how frustrated particular zoo government is. Everybody that understands politics, this shows exactly how frustrated. If DSS are trying to tell us now that their own central bank governor, it shows that they cannot penetrate IPOB. that structure that our leader left, they cannot. IPOB is being funded by the people. IPOB is the people's will. IPOB is the people's force. And the power belongs to the people. And at the end of the day, by fire, by force, by peace, we shall take what belongs to us against all odds. When the light, enough is enough. If anything happens to our leader, if anything happens to an innocent man that want the best of all the indigenous population that is contraption called Zoo, Nigeria, expect any. That is just the fact. And not only in that contraption called Zoo, Nigeria, it is just a clear something. And if they are trying to tell us change the narrative, they cannot. Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in his absence, under the leadership of DOS, headed by Mazi Chike Doziem, is present in over 100 countries of this earth. In this Germany where I base, we are registered, and that is a fact. After the program, I'm going to post a photo of our family meeting that we just concluded before I come to this program. So, and that is just the fact. If we are terrorists, the world will be looking for us. But we are citizens that are legally in every where we are. We pay our tax. We support the economy of every country where we base. We are sojourned in all these different countries because of the atrocities full hegemony is committing in that contraption called Zoo, Nigeria. Ethnic cleansing, massacre upon massacre, decimating our people, oppression, suppression. But all things, they meet IPOB, we put it first, bury them. And that is a fact, and there is nothing one being can do about it. Before I continue, I want to hand the mic to Mazi Ojadi. Mazi Ojadi, Victor Emeka, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Yes, Mazi, the mic is after you. Mazi, you are listening with a device.
No, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm not listening with a device.
Because I'm hearing myself.
Okay, it may be fun.
Okay, continue. The mic is yours.
Okay, sir. My name is Mazi Ojadi Emeka from Biafra land. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, according to your time zone. Thank you, everyone, for this Twitter space. Actually, as I always say, it's not easy. It's not easy to organize a program like this, but by grace of Shkoka Biam, you are doing it right. Thank you all. Thanks to our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who have made us know the truth, who have led us to the path that we're supposed to be, to fight for our freedom. Yes, he made me know that those that had died in 1967, fight for their freedom, returns back to do that thing that the world thought that we cannot do. If they know how calm we are, if they know how calm we are too, for them to do the right thing, for them to do the right thing they're supposed to do, they will do it immediately. Because if they see the fire that is in us, the fire that is burning in us, uh, because even the Britain cannot save them, even the American, even the France, everyone, even the world that is on their back, sponsoring the atrocities committed against us, cannot save them. Because I used to laugh when I remember our leader's prophecy. He said that once the Britain is still putting hands in affair that is committing against us, Biafrans, that they will be divided into pieces, that they will be crushed. And they don't even know that they are also heading to their own destruction, as they are helping Nigeria to destroy themselves. You see, Look at how they are disgracing our people. Look at they are disgracing, humiliating our parents in the bank. So many people running naked. So many girls, ladies, run naked in the bank just to collect money. It's an embarrassment to us. If they know that the youth are angry, we are not happy. They should do the right thing. They should obey the court order. They should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because if anything happens to him, even the youth, we cannot take it. Oge ka ha ji ega mmadụ na ọnwa bụ n'afọ ma ihe a na-fight for. We are angry. I are happy. Because of our time. Thank you all. Mazi Chukwuemeka, you are really trying. We are really trying. Anyị agara
Thanks
ada
very,
mba.
thanks very
Thanks
much.
very much.
I can
I
Kochuko Sabiama bless you.
bless you.
This one is not so clear. I can hear myself. I would like to call in Mazi Captain. I wanted to hand him the mic before, but Mazi Captain, when you finish, I will give Mazi Tochuku. Comrade, can you hear me, Mazi Captain?
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're calling from. I can hear you very much, my very beautiful brother and host, Mechuku Kikabiama. Bless everyone and all the listeners and those who are also speaking. It is a very beautiful day that Chukwu Kike has made for us as we continue to march on relentlessly, formidably in this journey. We can see some of the prophecies being fulfilled, and we cannot say that we are no longer aware. Nihina, there is an adage which says that what one wears in the wrist, you don't need a mirror to look at it. And there is another adage that says a war that has been declared can never claim the head of a lame man or a crippled man. We are very, very saddened about the health condition of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But at the same time, what have I personally learned from it? Like I would always say, it takes patience to endure pain. It takes patience to endure pain. We have been taught different about pain, but I have learned something new from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu personally. For one to find a purpose, it takes will, and that will in turn needs patience and endurance. This is what makes a man. The difference between a man and boys is how he wields his patience and endurance. And for a man to patiently endure pain while sacrificing almost everything to give something reasonable, something worth it, something satisfactory to other people, then that man cannot just be called an icon. He is a legend. The situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to make me sad. But it got to a point where right now, it encourages me. It inspires me. It motivates me. In my life and in the way I live my life now, I have come to understand that freedom is priceless. When one is free, when you're totally free, you become happy and you become satisfied. If you want to know the reason why, even when you have money, when you have the food, sometimes you find it very hard to be happy. It's like there is something is not there, but you can't point it. It's just because you are not free. A total definition of freedom is happiness and satisfaction. When you're free, you become fulfilled, you become happy, you become satisfied. That is what I have learned from the journey of Onyendu. I have come to understand that it is not about just saying things, it's about understanding them and doing them accordingly. We see what is happening today. Everybody is beginning they will now want to protest and all of those things. But wickedness is wickedness. And like I said in my previous tweets today, there was a reason why God allowed Pharaoh to play a game with Moses in order to teach some people a lesson. And there is a reason why God is allowing Nnamdi Kanu to play a game with the Pharaoh of today, Buhari, and the Fulani oligarchy, in order to teach the wicked Nigerians a lesson, so that when they attain their freedom and liberty, never again in their life should they despise truth. So while we are all gathered here today, also use this opportunity to advise yourself, to see for yourself that when you begin to sacrifice things, they become unconditional. Just because you want to attain a purpose, a true purpose, not a selfish one, but a selfless one for other people. So the pain of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has become legendary. It has become legendary, inscribed in the heart, DNA of every Igbo man, both those who believed and those who doesn't believe. Today, the cry is echoing. The agony and the gnashing of teeth is everywhere. It did not escape anybody. Nobody escaped from it. And one thing is certain. One thing is certain. More is to come. And for those, this message is for those who think that they are strong and capable enough to move this formidable family and its leadership. Mmanụ akara dịkwa n'ụtọ, onye rara atụ, ibe ya rara atụ. When a finger or a hand found in a pot of soup, which is that of a monkey, it is always said for one to be careful that it doesn't turn to the hand of a human being. Nwata bulie nna ya elu, ọgọdọ awụchie ya anya. When a child decides to carry the father up, the scrotum sac of the father's penis would cover his entire face. Let us be guided. If we don't learn anything, we should learn one thing: loyalty. Loyalty. Loyalty is important. I yield the mic.
Mazi, thanks very much. May Chukwu Kabiama bless you. You see, it's just the beginning of this program when I was reminding our people, this is just like royalty. Haile Selassie of Ethiopia said that it's not by his power that he defeated the Italians, but it's by him calling his people to be disciplined to whatever command he out. that discipline developed the will to defeat the Italians. And our leader taught us that we should always be disciplined to the core. We should always be disciplined. If our people had listened when the Directorate of State, when the HDO, Mazi was giving order, when he was making a broadcast saying, make sure that whatever cash you have, you turn it to international currency. Because this particular thing that is happening, our leader prophesies it already. He said it in many meetings he has with the Directorate of State. We have a blueprint that we are working with, but many people does not know. That's why when we started, they say, look at them. They are calling us the miscreant and the Facebook noisemakers and all these things. But today, those things that our leaders prophesize are happening in front of everyone's eyes, and nobody will escape it. Mazi, may Okike be your strength, and may Elohim continue to guide you and your family. I want to hand over the mic to Mazi Tochukwu. Mazi Weze, you will be our last speaker today, and after I will go to preamble and close the section because we've overused our time that our humble host provided for us. The mic is yours. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you very much. May Chukwu bless you.
Thank you. Make it as short as possible, please. Not more than 3 minutes.
All right, okay. I'll try. At this point in time, I will have to say a prayer for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I started listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from 2014. I'm not a new person in this struggle, but I didn't belong to any family, because of our leader said that even if you are not in any family, you can be a strong member of IPOB not being in any family. So at this point in time, I have to say a prayer for our leader. And at the same time, I can remember around 2014, before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bido kwuwa okwu, o nwere barrister ọ na-akpọkarị barrister Imam Mazi. Amaghịzi m ebe onye ahụ nọ na, but I know that our leader is a very, very strong-willed man. And at this point in time, I will start the prayer in Igbo, because of our leader will always say that ọrụ Igbo ka ndị eluigwe na-asụ, and ọrụ Igbo ka nke ha na-anụ. So ụbọchị nke taa, ize nwanyị na Chineke papa nke ime eluigwe, Chukwu okike abịama, ọ gịnwa zitere nwa ọrụ gị a, Maazị Nnamdi okwu Kanu. Nna, ọ dị ihe nyere gị n'omume. Ọ gwara gị sị gị na ijem a ọ na-aga na ọ rara ya nye n'aka gị. Nna, ọ sị gị na Biafra ga-abịarịrịrị, n'ihi na mana Biafra abịa. Na anyị marasị na enweghị Chukwu nọ n'eluigwe, Chukwu nna. Ihe a bụkwanụ ụzọ o siri nye ọgbụgba ndụ n'isi ya, n'isi gị. Nna, biko ekwekwele ka ihere mee ya. Chukwu, anyị tụkwasịra nchekwube anyị na gị, enweghị onye anyị nwere na ọ bụ sọsọ naanị gị. Chukwu, biko gbapụta nwa oru gị a, ka ihere bụrụ nke ndị iro, ka ọṅụ bụrụ nke ụmụ gị, ka udo, ọjịja mma, nkwanye ùgwù bụrụ sọsọ so naanị gị. Chukwu okike, anyị na-ekele gị na Chukwu okebe onye anyị. Ise, ise, ise. Please, one more thing, please, before I round up, please. I would like to tell our people, I don't know how our people normally reason. We have to have a very good understanding to know the difference between sand and chaff. We have to understand that our leader, all his prophecies have come to pass. And I can remember him always telling us and saying that the coming of Biafra will be the last miracle on earth. And all these prophecies have come, except Biafra prophecy. So as for me as a person, I'm not shaking, I'm not afraid. Because of what? All these things will come and go. For at the end, Biafra will come. He will always say that no Chukwu zitere ya. That now ya bụrụ na ọwụ Chineke zitere ya sị ya na ya bịa ọrụ ụra, that ya na onwe ya wụ Nnamdi Kanu enweghị ike ịpụta so ọ na-abịa ịgbara ndị be anyị odibo. Because of anyị ọnwụ ndị Igbo, amarụ m otu anyị na-esi eche echiche mgbe ụfọdụ. anyị na-echeche echiche ka ndị eriri eri, ka ndị ndị chi na-adịghị mma, anyị ga-ahụ mmadụ ga-esi n'ime agbapụta gburu mkpara, anyị esoro onye ahụ na-akpagharị na-agagharị na-eti ya. Now ewuru onye nọ na-ekwu all manner of nonsense. O nwee n'ego, o wepụtala ka our people reason and ask questions. Ị na-ewepụta ego, ị na-ewepụta ka onye ziri gị. I don't understand. Ka onye gwara, ka onye consultụrụ. What type of thing is this? Who is backing you? Who is behind you? Who gave you the authority? Nobody. Our people sometimes, I don't know. But well, ama m sị that na ụfọdụ ndị nọcha emegecha ikwukecha ihe ndị awụ ndị eziri ezi. Many of them, ha amaghị ihe ya na-akọ, ha amaghị ihe ya na-ekwu. But obi ụtọ m wụ, our leader kwuru that na for at the end, Biafra will come. For at the end, we will win. And Biafra will be the last miracle on this earth. All hail Biafra. Thank you very much, Mazi Chukwuemeka.
Mazi, thank you very much. May Chukwuka continue to bless you and your family. May Elohim be your strength, your protector. May he bless you with good health and happiness. Please try and join us next week, every Sunday, 7 p.m. time. Because we said this war we are fighting in the, we need every brain that can reason, brain that the frontal lobe is still intact. We need all comrades to all come so that we can educate, so that we can ignite that fire. You see, what is happening in Action Cause today is not half of what happened in Sri Lanka, and they had half of what is happening in Peru, and you can see what is happening there. Or most of the countries that you see, even Iran, you know, what is my people like our leader, we always say, oh, I wept for my people. I'm sorry for them. But still, on the other hand, my arrow of flame go of that contraption called Zoo Night. A reminder, nothing should happen to our leader, because if anything happens to our leader, sorry shall be the name of most Eastern politician from Eastern region. We will start from home. We will start cleaning from home before we get outside, so that by the time ndị nọ n'ezi ọ bụrụ mmadụ ya agwa na ọka anyị jipụta. I will go the France. Oh, Biafrans, we shall see Biafra. We shall see our heritage, and we shall always defend it. Biafra, consecrated nation, O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending this shall be education. In our blood, we count a privilege. Standard which embodies the free shall always be liberty. These are the cry of men, class of 1967, men that understood that without freedom, it is worthless to live. Men that understood that without freedom, the life is useless. Men that understood that without freedom, their generation are gone. Men that understood that this life is about a nation, that kill them today, you shall kill them no more, because they will still come tomorrow and continue the fight. The fight we are here today. We are raising the flag. We shall marching, and we shall not get tired. We shall not tire until we get to our destination. Our destination remains total restoration of all Biafran territories, freedom of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or Hamadi Kendi. I want to beg you all, comrades, those that could not get there today, I want to beg you all to have patience, because this is our program. Try and join us next week, Sunday. But today, we also should not forget, whenever we have any of our sister among us, because our leader told us the cry of the mothers are special. We shall give them the opportunity to speak. But I'm trying to connect Wada or Justina, but somehow. Okay, Lolo Justina, can you hear me? I think she's no more there. So I would like to, Lolo Justina, can you hear me? Mwada Justina Agina, can you hear me? Are you there? Mwada Justina, Tiana JC, can you hear me? You need to want to talk.
I think maybe the network is bad on our side, from our side.
Exactly. Maybe the network is bad on our side. Going to the preamble, and I would like to thank each and every you for taking out your time to join us today. And I want to let you appreciate you for what you're is creating awareness. What bring your conscience doing the end of slavery is hand on our neck. Can you hear me? Are you not hear me? So we say that I'll get the money to try next week Sunday, and I want to thank the platform speaker, media warriors, the comrade that we are present here today. I say, may Okike be your strength. May he guide you all and grant all of you health and good, so that you next week Sunday the same time to continue this war with us, because we shall relentlessly push this war. We shall march fierce in front of our enemy, because we know that freedom is guaranteed, like as our leader to say. From me, from here, I remain your humble Mazi Okafo, and I'm saying good evening. See you next time. Let's say, Ise, Ise.
Ise.
And I'm saying good evening. See you.